There have been limits to Son Heung-min's attempts to acclimatise to a new life 5,000 miles from home. The South Korean gave short shrift, for example, to the notion that he might enjoy playing golf, as British footballers are often inclined to do. "You hit the ball as far as you can, and then you search for it. That's boring," he said a few years back. "I'd rather stay at home, relax and listen to music." Yet SuperSONic, as the 26-year-old was depicted in a recent Spurs in-house video, is fostering an improbable air of mutual fascination between South Korea and North London, which the sublimity of his performance against Borussia Dortmund took to new levels on Wednesday night. The volume of work Son puts in is at times overlooked, though his significance as Tottenham's focal point in the absence of Harry Kane and Dele these last weeks has been unmistakable. Tottenham have won all 13 games in which Son has scored this season and have found him to be indefatigable. In his first 3 games back, after returning from South Korea's Asian Cup campaign, Son scored an 80th-minute equaliser against Watford, an 83rd-minute winner against Newcastle, and a stoppage-time third goal which ended Leicester's hopes of a comeback. All of that before his crucial opener against Dortmund. "I've played with some great players and against some great players, and Sonny is special," Jan Vertonghen said. "You underestimate that because of the work he puts in, then his quality, outstanding left foot, right foot. He can play striker, left wing, right wing, he can play as a 10. His compatriots were watching." The 5 most searched stories on the huge South Korean portal Naver after the game were all about Tottenham, or the man universally known as Sonny. No fewer than 12 full-time South Korean journalists are following Son around at Spurs, and the Seoul-based media needs every one of them. The build-up to last February's North London derby on one of the South Korean sports networks was preceded by a 30-minute documentary just about him. When the game began, Tottenham's badge was replaced by a picture of Son's head on the scoreline graphic. Spurs have come up with some creative output of their own. Their video of Son's searing goal against Chelsea, after he had sliced through the opposition's midfield in November, was given the full video game treatment, a la Sonic the Hedgehog. Other creations are more homespun, like the Hello Kitty-style Sonny hats being worn around Wembley. The fanatical following has been building through his 4 years at the club, which began so inauspiciously that Mauricio Pochettino had to talk him out of leaving in 2016. Within a year, the club had appointed a new licensing agent in Southeast Asia after finding an immediate 30% growth in their South Korean fan base. The Korean tyre-maker Kumo is now one of the club's main financial partners. When Son and 3 teammates peeled off from the Spurs squad touring Hong Kong to pay a brief visit to Seoul in May 2017, the Incheon International Airport was deluged with 500 fans. "It was like Beatlemania," says one witness. There was a similar effect when Spurs took Son to Koreatown, Los Angeles, last summer. "Pandemonium," says the same source. "It helps that he has demonstrated a quality of spoken English way beyond anything South Korea's Premier League trailblazer Park Jae-sung, one of Son's heroes, could offer at Manchester United." However, the number 7 won't be going native anytime soon. When the magazine Forfurtwo suggested his excellent language skills at Hamburg, his first European club, perhaps made him feel half German, half Korean, he gave the notion short shrift. "Oh no, I'm Korean through and through. "When I'm not training or playing, you can find me at home, watching Korean films," he replied. He revealed in the same interview that he made a point of learning German swear words before he left Korea because you can't have people calling you names while you just look at them, smiling politely. Evidence, if any were needed, that beneath the self-effacing exterior there resides steel. Tottenham staff speak of him with unstinting affection. His different handshake for each teammate is legendary, and he has held Korean barbecues for them, bringing in food from a local Korean restaurant to the modest apartment he shares with his parents. His profile in South Korea is monumental, propelling him to the Forbes Asia Rich List's 30 Under 30 list, among others. The forward doesn't go in hugely for social media, as many in his celebrity bracket do. Just 66 Instagram posts, delivering him a following of 1.91 meters and seemingly no presence on Twitter. However, his presence at Spurs has been immense this season, winning him fans from North London to Korea and everywhere in between.